National President ke National People's Party konot kisangma ubadairu Menteri Rangba ke Jala Meklaya hakar flight rek urusaw arjar puai Hiar sakstong Umpling ban jingkyrshan nakamtaw kortong ke parti Bah Pynïaid Sing Syiem ubay aireng hakani ke election chin mikmat steng samoy syaki yeng Robert hoang ke Jala na moreng neng konsensi kaban long haklai putrek urusaw arjar puai haba jingkran lo amba bunsen haba jet nong mikmat kipan ba kikwa ba uno mikmat chungki undon syakliang sancar khanang ban yo khambun ki jing mentoy Ulang bah hakum kani election chinim khmat steng samoy kalong gumele exam dak bapet kot bar kipaj ba kitep ek jubab bakumta kipaj ba isutho bandan syakliang sarkar.
In the last 3.5 years, the NPP government, the MDA government has been working very hard to take our state forward. Right at the beginning of the term, I had told the people of the state that this government will work towards delivering development to our people. We want to ensure that we are able to get more funds, bring more development so that we can take our state forward. And I'm happy to tell you, I'm very happy to tell you that we have been able to do exactly that. In the last 3.5 years of this government, there has been a total expenditure of more than 50,000 crores in the state. This is 15,000 crores more than what was there in the previous government. So therefore, in less than 4 years, we were able to spend more than what the previous government could do. We have crossed 50,000 crores of expenditure in a matter of 3.5 years. In terms of our roads, a simple example of PMGSY. What happened in the previous government where there were 700 kilometers was constructed in 5 years. We were able to construct 1,800 kilometers in 3 years. Where our position for vaccination was at 24 position in the country. In 3 years, we were able to come to number 2 position in the country. In terms of the malnutrition, the SAM and the MAM children, the under malnutrition children that were there in our state, we were able to reduce that by over 90% in 3.5 years. In terms of MGNREGS, where the expenditure was at 600 crores a year, today we have been able to go more than 2 times and we spend approximately 1,500 crores in MGNREGS every year. And this money goes straight to the public. This is governance. This is development. This is what this MDA government had promised to the people, and we are moving towards our target. But it is not just development. There are many, many important political issues, important social issues that matter to the people of the state. For example, our boundary issue. For 50 years, we have been struggling to resolve this issue. And many governments have come and gone, but the governments were not able to take any concrete step towards resolving this issue. And it is for the first time in the history of this state that this government has dared to take up this issue. Other governments would look at this issue and say, let us not touch this. It is politically sensitive, and status quo would be maintained. But MDA government has dared to take this step, has realized that people have given us the verdict to find a resolution to this long pending issue. And we dared and we moved forward. I am not saying that we will be able to find solution to every problem, but at least we are trying. At least we have moved forward. And I can assure you that there is light at the end of the tunnel. you will see that we will find some level of resolution. I cannot talk much about it today because it's a complicated matter, but whatever work we have done till now, it looks like the picture is getting clearer day by day. And I'm happy to see that we may actually be able to move towards some resolution. In the Thau motor issue, suddenly when there was a problem, and suddenly within 3-4 months of this government, we had a law and order situation. We promised to the people of the state that we will try to resolve this issue. We put up a committee. The committee has submitted its report and has given its recommendations. Again, not a simple issue. An issue which was being prolonged year after year. Again, I'm not saying that we can find a resolution to it in one go. Absolutely not. These are complicated problems involving many complications. But at least this government has taken the step, the bold step, to find a resolution and taken some decisions to move forward in a line where we can find a resolution in an amicable manner. For so many years, we were waiting to move forward so that our languages could be in the 8th schedule. No concrete step was taken by any state government in the past to actually move forward and recognize our own languages. It is this government that moved forward with a very powerful resolution to take and demand that our languages of Khasi and Garo should be included in the 8th schedule. Friends, these are not small things. Friends, these things could have been done in the past. Many governments have come and gone, but people did not move in those lines. Yes, we are not saying that we have achieved everything. One cannot change everything in one go. We are not saying that we'll resolve every issue, but at least we are trying. At least we are committed. At least we have taken concrete action in all these areas, and we are seeing things happening and moving forward. Friends, you all know that this by-election is because of the tragic death of late Mr. David Nongrum. He was a very dear friend of mine, a very warm and very approachable and very genuine person. I do miss him a lot. And it's a great loss for the people of Umpling as well as for the people of Morankning. But these are God's ways. And these are things that are beyond our control. But as a government and as a society, we need to move on. Today, there may be a lot of people who may say that we have to keep his memory alive, and therefore we must vote for his party. But I beg to differ. Friends, if you want to keep the memory of Bah David alive, if you want to keep Bah David's spirit alive, then the only way to do it is to ensure that his dreams and his desires and the overall goals that he had for the area of Umpling, for the constituency of Morankning are fulfilled. That will be the fitting tribute that we can give to Bah David, is by fulfilling his dreams. The roads that are here, Bah David wanted the internal roads to be done. Bah David wanted this place, this area, this field to become a mini stadium. It is our duty now to fulfill those dreams. And the only way that we can take that forward and the only way we can fulfill it is to ensure that we work with the government together and take the dreams forward and fulfill. That will be the real tribute to Bah David. And that is when his soul also will be in peace. It is your and my duty to ensure that we do that. And that is why I request all of you that in this coming election, let us all unite and work together to make sure that the government's candidate wins this election so that we are able to fulfill Bah Pynïaid's dreams. I know that during this election, a large number of issues have come up. Opposition and some people are blaming the government for the high price and cost of fuels. I would like to tell you that when it comes to petrol and diesel price, there are three factors. One is the price or the cost of the fuel which we buy, the government buys, government of India. After it is bought, the second level is the different taxes that the government of India puts in, which again is done by government of India. And then the third level comes in, where the state governments put in their petrol tax or diesel tax or VAT in some cases in other states. And it is this third level which the states can control. Now let me also inform you, friends, that when it comes to this rate that is charged by the states, Meghalaya government's rate is the lowest in the country today. Where Rajasthan government charges 36%, Meghalaya today is at 20%, the lowest in the country. And the reason why we have ensured that it is the lowest is to make sure that our people do not suffer much, even though it's a huge financial loss for the state government. I was speaking to one of our colleagues on the stage, and he asked me, "Sir, what is this issue with SSA teachers? What happened to their salaries?" So I was telling them that these are issues that we have been facing for a very, very long time. I'm not saying that it's not important. I know that our SSA teachers are suffering, but I would like to clarify and inform everybody that the salaries that are given to SSA teachers, 90% of it comes from government of India. 10% of it is given by the state government. So it's a 90-10 funded program. Until unless we don't get funds from the central government, we are not able to clear the salaries of our SSA teachers. And the same has been going on for many, many years. Our SSA teachers have been suffering because government of India releases their salaries in batches of 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, sometimes even 8 months. And the numbers are so huge that it is not possible for the state government to simply give it out of its pocket, especially when our petrol rates are the lowest in the country also. So these are the challenges we face. That does not mean that we don't care for the SSA teachers. I want to assure you that we are there to do everything in our capacity to ensure that the government of India clears these salaries on time. And as we speak, our additional Chief Secretary Education is in Delhi working with government of India to release the salaries of SSA teachers. But as I said, this is not a one-time phenomena. It happens every 3 months, 4 months and 6 months. And this challenge has always been there in the SSA program. But I would like to assure our teachers that we will do everything in our capacity to try to resolve this at the earliest. We are here to work together with the people of Umpling and the people of Morankning to ensure that the dreams of Bah Pynïaid are fulfilled. And the only way to do that is to be with the government, to support the candidate of the government. And that is how we will be able to develop our constituency and fulfill the dreams of Bah Pynïaid.
Nalor kurtong Bah Pynïaid Sing Syiem kiwei belai jingkran ki kenthop yu basneo balang dhar nongilam ke NPP badai ru menteri sarkar jala Bah jingkyrshan Bah Nil Antonio war MDC barem gamalki laim khra Bah Mitchell wan khar MDC galaban Bah harkin warjri lembat kiwei pan
Niwan hangne amban chiler ban suthop ban syukur kom kiwei pat kibayang hakarensan na kawai kerensan syakawai kerensan ban yabeng ban kho ban kedaukti lai pucat kicing keno ya ke parti NPP bat ya Bah Pynïaid Sing Syiem niwan komno yalam snong badan lang kicing kre bat ni ai ka jingkyrshan yai Bah Pynïaid hakne ka kinti halor ka nongrem ka takalong ka nongrem ka bangi ba komu samlarang ba ubalabyang ka cingang cingstat bat ubadon ka cingket kle na ka bynta banwanra ya ka roy kapar jong ka khatlai maurukeneng constituency wat lang idai kisnong kiba dang kendiat kitnom yeng komba prapauduna ayai gayeng nganya thu epi da ka basyai kendai pokendai persen ni ai ke jing support yai Bah Pynïaid hakne ka kenti hakne ka by election ka bamenta nang tai na po snong etchruat bat na iru kelang saudong habang iyai yakne ka campaign nakawai ke snong syakawai ke snong ni bai Bah Pynïaid idon hakalenti jong ka cingkerman banwanra ya ka cingcop hakne ka kenti ka bamenta komuam disi ngai bon teli kisnong syakane ka thain ki bom padon yeng dorbar ki yo ya ka yeng dorbar ki bom padon phutpat ki yo ya ka phutpat ki bom padon ki surok ki pai ki surok syakendong kan slot lamba tangkum MDC tedai halor kane kanong rem nakaliang ka jungi ni wan banai ka jingkyrshan yu namar ni balana Bah Pynïaid ucap kane ka kenti ka bamenta udon ba ya ka sarkar bat lengba ka chungu ula banwanra ya sibon ba ki development wadada dai tang haipor ibalengkot wat ipor ba sis nam tam khendiat ni don kam yu ni breu ni don kam namar Bah Pynïaid udai breu baradon ka experience kom MDC uladon sibon ka experience bada ka jokapor udon ru uyaleru naka parti kabadai kabayalam ya ka sarkar
ngadai UMDC ke UDP mencuat ngre ngapang no ngamlap kejing ya kun yang kalong najing thia ngre klempep hagani ngiru wala danga wan hangni bun kijing duna ngre ngakersyan yu Bah Pynïaid nomor ba ngasunghu bagani konsensi kerang dan kam ya ubriu uba khamtre khambun bani ki MLA ki belarim kho nyitip uba David ulang utau MLA ublaju yano senyang yaka ji long yaka konsensi nrei klempap nangni sykhmat pinsa yo Bah Pynïaid uba POE hapo ki TV ki pa hakikam ki ba ule ba ukuong tanak tin nrei POE hapo ki lemba ki YouTube lemba ki news channel uba Pynïaid udai uba pilot hamtam lei ban persuk ya kaya kayeng jong pai ba tengaru hung wei na kita kiriu pai ba ngayeng hangni ban penskem ya ka candidate jong Bah Pynïaid ban penulong sa sistem sabunai ya ka jinglong MLA jong u nama klempep kumbang ye kren ye kani nyong setang sistem sabunai nrei kabun kabedlak kabegila ban le hapo ka sistem sabunai klempep kibi kiseng kiken tho jin Bah Pynïaid unyo atak siam sabunai unsu long tang UMLA nrei kin Pynïaid kiwi nrei ngaong Bah Pynïaid long kumta Bah Pynïaid peni yak kam kibalale nang le su badan kam tang ibor ban pen urlong yaki jingdawa jongi pai ba
ubado upendap hak yaki kam bat ulong ubriu ubabek ubashida berubasyampang halagi kam kilajong kam tame hak banwanra ya karoi kapar hangtaya district council hak ba mangi ki MTC baro ngidon ka jingshania hau mat kam tame ka seng NPP ki MDC NPP ki badon hakti ya jat jong badu kum u finance EM finance ulele bon ki kam hak banwanra ya karoi kapar ham tame banwanra ya ka fund nadu na padali banwanra angtai dis council hak ba baro ki MDC ngila baneyo bentale banwanra ya ki development hak isnong i bafer but ya kali phi pata saki kumbai rang masnong to phi nangtai na isruat iraong baki bon ki development ki ba ngila ya tekni consensi tong phi bat ngila i bat ngadai way naki parlak ki bajan madu ki banga chusaki ha ki bon gisnong ban lat ban play ya ki kam ki ba badu ladep dang mana kani ngiladep ban play ya ki development ha sarang gam ha ba uni orang ba lala ban penyo si bon deli ki ambulans nak banta ban ket ya ki nong pang ban ket ya ki ba stam ki ba sipa nar ki bon gisnong ki jongi kat banwan ka 108 kat panuan ka tuka kali kinong pangjongi ki jinjar do kata-kata
kadai-kadai ka balapan kiai ka Syiem ka jongi kum kinong yalam jong UDP ngitip bala dang ibu kandidat ka jingele ondai bat kiwai ki parti ka jingele kan long ha padang ka NPP bat ka UDP bat judon ka ketien ka ongkom ne nang ya dur ki masih he nang yap ki plang lada ya dur mangi ka NPP ba ka UDP hapo kalai mor kedang lati kena lada job da kiwai pat ka jing mentoy ka long ka badu yo pat ba ka tidu nong ngi pat ba nama lati kena ba ngila syam haka por ba ibadabet idang don ha ka sarkar nama ya janbha ba du chief minister sibon ka jingkur khu ngi yo ngimla ban len ya kata bahadien ba idon no hapo ka position emla syo ban aga jing mentoy kumbai ai menshwa ngi dan bok ublay bastat uju ong gumne ki beliau kinong teman ki ong gumne haba ublay ukang ni ka wai ka jingkang red uplay ka jingkang ba ni dong bok ni yo ayo kandidat ubaya jan bat u chief minister ubaya jan bat ki minister ni kerman ladangi job kan long ka jing mentoy ya kan ya ka khatlai mor kanang konsensi ju ong ki minister bukan kan bas election ji than jangi ibado ode ikun khaddo jangi tiya kau ya ki kun khaddo laju ai kam extra ka jingdong ka jingam kermen ladai badu punya in job en ai ngi kambun ka jingmentoy
kibon ki chikno ngayi hakini kisngi lese phirip ki yoi ba ka sarkar kam chumle ai ka sarkar kam chumle kani kam chumle ka tai handrai ngaso ko mu priu ba puli nga kwa pani thui phi ngalamino na ka seng congress como vice president nadu u arja ka kandai namar ngayi ka jingkendram ha ka seng congress kelas dang ki win kat hadu pa ngatarai phir pitip ba u president jong ka seng congress u Shri Rahul Gandhi u hab mino nala ka jong ka constituency banli yele shadu shikirla pilapon sotu ka gandrum kalau ngadu kata ulahap penyele artuli ki konsensi hakaba ulahap ulah rempat haka konsensi kebak kimpat juram pilapan mudur ba ukledo jaka seng kongres ulahapan letno syaka waipat ke jela syadu kerala banyakun penyele bat donbok kerala kela penjok kini kena ki kendrum kendam dang hakini ki singi POE ba u chief minister jaka Punjab u Kapten Amrinder Singh uturu larai ban mino nak seng kongres nakawai ke jelas kami ba hadin ke jingmi jongaru ngalayai ap arsnam ban pek kami kani sarkar shanung nya pai namar ngiru ngidon kam ki pai ba ki babon ki bapon ngi ki bakarpa ki jingirap ki bakarpa ki mo ki jinge juki anda ngala syon ngala perkhat bisa sani bang syam ba pleng ke seng NPP kala le ya ka badi benle ba habanga jid ka seng NPP ngada pek puli blia ya ka constitution but haka constitution juga NPP kalau ong ka way de ki kendon jong ka ong ba kan penne kani ka seng ke ban penne pensa ya ki riti ki dustur jong ki jak bedriu kerpang hang ni pon jala me khalia kata kalong kapasai haka constitution juga NPP kalong to protect the culture, the tradition of the indigenous people. Kata kalong ka wei ka phang ka bala pelong yang ka bala ketik jemut inga lesi bon na phim tip ba ba jon kha siang ru de nong rap ngalong ru wei ni ki advisor jong ka konhun ki nong rap dang ha ginik si na wan chukper bang ye rap stage boy ngaso ban ong ba kane ka konsumsi ru ka dop de ki nong rap bon ba ka jala me khalia ka don hado nyo po persen ki nong rap ta habangan nyo nga wo nga bisiar ka sarkar belai lam da ka NPP kile ayu ha ka kam rap kamriang ngai iba kilamang bon teli ki skim menta ka don ka skim ka ba ki kre ban mang kalong mar san hajar ya kitu ki kanhun ki badan lingba ki farmers producers organization ki FPO ki bagi ka ban ya lemba ki cooperative society la bon pawot ki pajba ki la yo ki jing mentoy na kata ngaso man ya thu ipiru kumba silap tam ki pajba ki la yo ya ki jingkyrshan ka direct benefit transfer na kaliang ka kisan ka palat silap tam ki pajba hakani ka jela tengah yu iba kata ka pisa kala poi direct syaka account jong kinong rep ilalong UMDC ideiru u chairman joko district council te ngate ngam idon jing artatiet baki pajba kin pendon kam kin bo ke jing doai halayeng ban bo ban rai ban jet yo breu bo betam bat ha ke jing pet jonga ngasem ban pedeng ki kertong baro la deban ai yai Bah Pynïaid kumba kran iba mukhim mentan ngam tim show sadakanu kelenti ban batai nomor hak apa election ladon lupa ke sarkar mendai ban ong ba kandang dang hap thau sarkar hang ni ladon lupa ke sarkar tengah song lada ki pajba kilong ki basta ki yoi yo candidate jok NPP ulong ubat tebet ubanang ubatip ki ladai bin jingkyrshan be ya Bah Pynïaid kenang bain wara ya kita ki karoi kapar hapok kini ki sistem tam bakan longka jimetoy yo pai babut
hanya yo snow habalek keleng meeting kam tam ladon kum la nyau pratli kisngi ngiyo snow kum ke NPP ni ke MD government ber ki paj no kersan jong Bah Pynïaid ngiyo snow bagi wai ki political party kam tam ke kongres ki kren ki issues ki kan thoi ke government ke jongi ki kren bon ki kiten ki bim sautan nar tang man singapro nganong ibi paiba ke kongres ni kan mau ba kongres is a broken family pan bet choi ke yeng la jong sakan ni ki wai pat dai dem be paiba ki kren ni ki kam ki isu ki ba ke government jungi bala lek kan kumbulong mentan for example kum ka nuksa don katukan ni ki bakan hakabede ber ke tham motors hakabede ber ke borar issues ka jing sisa ke banai ku blai kerpang ye MD government ke jongi dai ke nik sarkar ke basim ke initiative ha ni mau mungkin long ke ba sukses hanai kum ke sarkari kala pechi sai ke jinon kam jong pai ba jong jalai bro ke wei ni persang ni mau ngin la ngin bo ke persang lada pikan mau ki ong kum kan ni government pam po sai ki benji ki no ki jet pe ki issues nganong tanggawai kam jam ki bai ba hakan ki tang ki bala im ki bala nang bala stop sudah borok koi ngimla benar estimate kam tam ki nong tavot yang ke son kam konstitusi ki ju ong sekentir man nak meeting yang ke sarkar ke pemler don ro ki bakan ke burom kang baga government MD ke pemit tanghi kam lap kai sudah beri kam bamsap ki dong ngan ong ni bi bai ba yo bim kendir yo bim pat empet bai kata yo bim kenau mentah ke sarkam MD garon South Nem Duna hak jingalam tum sar koner ki sama kum honorable chief minister jongi bar support jong per coalition partners hak MD government don ga NPP led government don ga UDP don ga HSPDP ki BJP
ke NCP ke independent mdunai ke prakandai tali ke parti handai mentala sausnem mjo don ke instability tang sigentaro dari bena kata it means we are fit ke sarkar joi kamlong ngila dai ben ham do meno la bikin mau para ke sarkar blale ngade wani ke minister barim ke kongres ke kongres bonsen ka rule with single majority government state tang manna kalai na kerang instability ke kini chief minister ke kini minister it's an instability party hagi por blale ngakan mau hawarjar khalah hawarjar khapra ngade wani ke minister government hatu ke por manna kalai menai ngalai bon kam le do thia ban pelung pelang ke mre namar naka instability factor ka kongres parti ni ka weni kongres ka bon kam tang ban ikni bor kam ju bon kam ik mata jong pai ba handra gi ken ber game di ju government ka bamlong ai la sausnem with major coalition ngim ju don gi kni ski po government jongi preventive ye kata ka sarkar ji do thia ka bon kam kum no ban pendap ban penbiang iki khon jong jala ka jongi yagi kam ke MD ko mangkula ngamken nama chim nisan sab patai bania epiterai ke ai ki development bingla le lagi phai soba pania be kwandi jongi habingi ai tiket yu ngi mang ro pada MD sing dai ban ai ba dai kumta ngi utang ni pensong nia pensong kun belai hab ai tiket ba pania sing sem number 1 badai MD sing jong bel artem ngatharai ngila dai ban ai ka promotion yo nunu briul ni office abang lu office kabar ka quality je ba panya ngam dai nang ka thai jong phi handrai kat bangade ru wai ni nong mikman ngayo isisya ubriu ubakwa sisya ban sakri pai ba ladu ramro don hafil ladu jobro don hafil pai ba dai ni kumta handrai pinlap don ke MLA don ke misil kirim election kim ju le yok jat jo kon sil jong muba penya ndai kum taw buriu ngaju ongi la don ka pang stom saja udai bah khaman la don kano ke balang bro ke jinga seng udai bah khaman la don kano kham tam na ka social sport sector udai bah khaman ngayo iba bon ki kam hagi kerdan ki barit kum lokal misjong pi ulala ek bon ba tanga tharai ladu ma panya ni oleh hajing jok mulong haka kerdan MLA ula ban le arsya ya ko bijo yo kham tam hagni kondu sig jong pi bai ba
Bat ngasno ban terwah ni ke pori ke government bala lagi pai ba kin aing ni ke lat la sno dei bangan ra ye ke we ke mat ke bakong san habi di ke koi ke khia kata gade ke bangidon kami tak ke health care policy nilamat ika jing na COVID-19 na duk menchim snem baka bang susi kalong dang hakini ki benai ki bladap hakitu ki benai bakawan kini ke second wave ni ke bynta ke baar ke babun bah kinong shnong ki poi hospital bat bapli bam yo shu haki hospital sarkar lahap banlet chi hospital private bat ki babun bah ki ba phone yangi ban pan jingrap namar bakiong baka bil kala poi de kilak onda kilayo ban discharge ki na ki jing thia pang kani ka kata kalong concern yangi habidi ka koi ka kya balai bakini ki private hospital kim dan shu ya ka jing snow namta ki long yeng long sem ki baduk ki bakurdu ki baduna ka yo ka kot namar ta kada ngasoben ong baka government MDA kan le dabating ban bu igi kendon knang ba kini ki hospital private kenamla ban shim kabu iki breu balui lui namar ta kada ngi pan ni ka jingkyrshan na phi ku ki pai ba ban alam yingi ka jingkyrshan habi debat kini ki mat rekam ki bangidon kamat rekam ka bangi kwa ban pensno kalong habi debat kani ka riti dustur ki ba pher habi debat ka development ngi kwa ban penne pensa ngi kwa banang wanra shushu ikaroi kapar namta kap jingbit jingbiang jong kipai ba nong shnong hakani ka constituency bingi phai ka unemployment issue namta ki youth namta ki samla ki jongi kelanang kiu ka percentage man Muslim man ngaso banong ban kentu ya ka government MDA begitu ki post ki badang laj bade ban advertise no la kalong ha ka DSC lene MPSC khnang bagi samla bawat kam wat jam menta kin yo ikalat ban apply kini ki kam om tang kata ki babun ki institution ki lawan hang ni pot New Shillong ka bahap ka constituency Mauring Kneng na susun ai ki nong shong shnong jong ni ka dong ka than shiliang ken ya ka ba ka New Shillong kawan ki samla ki jongi ki blabiang ka jingpule ki Shillong tangkum kinong pikai kini ki institution namar ba umdan bayo banrung ban trekam hakini ki institution namar takadaw nga pan ni ka jingkyrshan bada kumno ka state government lada kumu MLA ngan hap ban turwa ki de ban bu ik reservation ka jing bahak kam ka belong nriu pho hadu nyo pho percent nam ta ki locals ki jongi nam ta banrung hakini ki office ki paper hang ni pot New Shillong kata kan long ka jing mentoi ka bakraw nam ta ki pai ba kan wanra ikini ka yo ka kot kan kentiu haka yo ka kot haka shnong ba ka constituency ba ka jalahi barok kawe namar ta ka daw da kamen siem ka basokya ngawan say sisien hakini ka por ban shimini ka lat ka kabu ban terwa halade bangi kloy ban trailang ringkat beki dorbar shnong ringkat beki committee ki ba pher badan pok shnong nam ta ban wanra ka jingbit ka jingbiang nam ta jong pai ba ka jingjob jungi la ka artarik un November kanam dei ka jingjob jongno hendrai ka dei ka jingjob jong pai ba balai kawan ka jingetli kumboong ba kata ka jingetli kalong ka bor bat ngi i mentah kini ka by election wan kinong ilam ke UDP, wan kinong ilam ke Congress, wan kinong ilam ke PDF, ban wan ye snok tilang, namar baki i ba kini ke matre kam ke bengidon, kalong ke jingbha, bar jingkurku nam tau pai ba. Ngim wan hang ni, ban wan ra, ye kita kinya ban kentho, ban keno eno. Henry da ka baburam, ye kini kinomi khmat, na kiwei pat ki kenhon san hima. Slobhala da pikran ye kano ka jingkran kentho ikiwe perkhat shwai lade balai pikran hadu kat kini kiput ki bangimla lese ban pediang ban ngipe iki YouTube ki ba per kila syukran klem nongrim bat hanga hi ngaslo ban penpau hani kapor baga jingkran jong kini baro ki kunhon ki ba persya ingi ka jingkran ban sarkar ka jingkran shimet inga kumu kandidat ke NPP kadai ke jingkran ke belalong desperate hak ketin nong wengi ong ka jing klumar jingmot ka jongki namar bakat syabaki leit hakishnong ki thau ki bala bun ki wan ban a jingkyrshan ngi